raindrops back and forth for weeks. The raindrops and tears in the windshields, my cheeks. Concealed in guilt from a dream left in limbo. Awake to the realization of life through this window. It breathes like any other suicide.
Hey guys, Kona here. We got my 2021 Kona Process X team build here, and we're going to do a quick run through of the stuff I'm using and why I'm using it. We'll start with the controls here. I got the Daily Black Label 25mm rise bars cut at about 765. I like the 25mm, like a bit kind of like medium height. If they're too high rise bars, I find since my bars roll back, it just shortens the bike up too much. So kind of like 25 is good, where it doesn't change the length of the reach too much when you're like rolling it back. I got the ODI Elite Pro lock-on grips. For me, the more worn the better, so I run them till they're pretty much down to the bar. Got the SRAM AXS, drop it in gears, keep it looking pretty clean. There's no cables. SRAM guide code RSCs with carbon levers. Also run 20mm of spacers under the stem. Usually, if I like go to a steeper place, I'll jack that up a bit and play with the handlebar height more than, you know, like changing your fork settings or something. I just like to keep my suspension settings pretty much the same, like wherever I go, and just change like the bar height or whatever. And we got the 1UP EDC steer tube tool there, keep me out of trouble on the track, so I don't need to have anything in my pockets or wear a backpack or anything. So on this bike, I've got the new RockShox Z. I actually have a 160mm at the moment, which is just kind of to suit the trails like I ride most at home, which is a lot of like more like trail kind of oriented tracks. And dropping that down isn't really about like losing travel, it's just kind of trimming the head angle and keeping the bars a bit lower for like the tight switchbacks and just longer rides I do here. I also have it in the short mode when riding at home. Kind of like brings it into like a smaller, like traily kind of bike. And then I got the 170 or 184 and stretch out the back end for like gnarly tracks, and it just turns into a beast for descending. So it's kind of like cool that I've got two kind of modes I can put the bike in, like lower fork, shorter rear end. Just turns into like a bit of a trail weapon for riding around home. Then when I go to the races, rake out the front end and push the back out, and it turns into like a downhill beast. Alright, now onto suspension settings. I got the RockShox Z set at usually from 69 to 71 PSI, and that stays in that range pretty much all the time. All the clickers I do from closed, so high speed is 2 to 3 clicks, depending on how rough the track is. Rebound on the fork is 10 clicks from fully closed. There's one volume spacer in there. I find one's all I need, like on the Z especially, the beginning stroke is so smooth, you can like really crank up the air pressure and it's not going to take away from that initial hit. And yeah, those settings stay pretty much the same wherever I go. Like when it gets super rough, I'll like crank up the high speed like I said, or put a 1 or 2 more PSI in the fork, but never like puzzling too hard, like it's always in that range. For the shock, I got the RockShox Super Deluxe coil. I did have the air shock in there, and I've been playing around with that and the neg, and I always just gravitate back to the coil shock because of the small bump sensitivity you get out of that is just like crazy smooth. Just eliminates all the small bump chatter. I guess the downside is it's obviously not as adjustable as the air shock. With the air shock you can adjust the mid stroke and the bottom out, but kind of with this you just limited to like doing it with the valving and using the compression to kind of stop it blowing through or whatever. And I got a 450 Super Alloy Racing spring on that, which keeps it smooth. Alright, moving on to the drivetrain. We got the SRAM AXS X01 Eagle with a 50 cassette on there. I reckon next time I upgrade the cassette I'll get the 52 for a bit of extra range. That derailleur has copped the beating and she's still straight and shifts like a dream, so real testament to that. I got 32 tooth chainring on the front. Maybe some people have bigger than that, but I'm not trying to win the race going up the hill, so 32 it is. And I got the 1UP chain guard with bash guard, keeping the chain on the front. And I use 170mm cranks. I tried 165 and that's what I have on my downhill bike, but 170 just feels a bit better for spinning all day at the EWS. So with the wheels, I really don't care about how much my wheels weigh, so whether I'm doing like XC or trail, I'm just gonna have the MB M930 like downhill and enduro specific rims with downhill casing, Maxxis tyres. Pretty much 90% of the time I've got DHR 2s front and back. I just like the 2.4 is wider, it rolls a bit better, and I just find it just feels pretty sharp steering compared to the 2.5. So that's my go-to tyres for pretty much any conditions. And yeah, Chris King's hubs, keep it rolling smooth and looking really clean. Also with the rims, I like how they've got the rim strip. Makes it super easy changing tyres. You didn't never have to worry about like taping up your rims. That was really annoying me. So you just like slap the rim strip on, put the tyre on. You can pump it up with a normal pump every single time. So I'm stoked with that. And the team's also hooked up by Cushcore, so when it gets super rocky, or at the EWS races, I'll put the Cushcore in, just to save you if you get a flat tyre, like there's some really sharp rocks out there and stuff, so that kind of protects you from getting the flat tyre a bit, and also if you do get a flat tyre, then you can continue riding the stage with no air in the tyre, so that's a big help. And always got the flat pedals on there. I've got HT AE05 model. I've used a lot of the HT pedals, and these are the ones that I like most, like good concave shape and good body. I have 10mm pins in there, so I think there's about like 7mm exposed, so they're pretty long and keep 510s glued on there nicely.